Blessings, bright ones. I'm here in Sedona, Arizona, and it is my last morning in the Red Rocks. And I've been just being with the land in its stillness as the sun rises. And I sense that our message for today is unity. It's oneness. It's love. And all the earth guardians from near and far, they're all coming in to gather to really energize this message. And they say it's time to let our hearts truly unite. Not because we understand what that means, but because we know that we truly wish to live in the paradise that can be known when we live from our heart space. So we give permission for our hearts to guide the way. We see all sense of separation melting so that we recognize and appreciate the individuality in each soul that is. Imagine if we were able to truly be at peace with the choices of every soul, knowing that they are creating an experience for themselves, and it can only impact myself or any soul that chooses to participate in that dynamic. By stepping into this state of loving acceptance, we hand the power back to each individual to discern their own way through. We remind them that their choices each day create the experience that they know. And we do our best to see them walking a purposeful path. If the idea of them walking a perfect path is still too far off for us to be comfortable with, then begin to align with a purposeful path, meaning that they know what is best for them. Their soul is supporting them in each moment. I know that this is the way forward for humanity. This is the only way that we'll step into peace. I also know that this is not the easiest practice for any of us. We have held on to a concept of right and wrong for so long. Our idea of right and wrong might shift, but we've tethered ourselves to the perception that there is a good and there is a bad. And I understand that we can validate this and make perfect sense of it in our mind space. But each and every time we align with this, we are creating the separation between two forces of light, two forces of life. We create the separation. And for separation to melt, there has to be a few of us brave enough to step forward into this path of love, authentic and pure. So we practice being love even when we don't understand how to move through a situation that feels overwhelming, emotional, or challenging. We give permission for our heart to find the way through. It's as simple as that. Remind yourself that your heart knows the way. And if we bring ourselves back into silence and we ask our heart to find a compassionate way through, the conflict the struggle, the separation will slowly melt and dissipate. Remember, all of that is but a perception. Each time I feel separate from the soul who sits next to me, I am holding on to that belief as a reality. But the moment I shift my awareness and really accept that I am loved, that perception of loneliness or separation cannot exist. Do you understand that we are the ones keeping that frequency alive? The moment that we wish to see the commonality, to see the beauty in each relationship, we move beyond that state of duality and separation, and we come into the heart of love. Love is so much greater than we perceive it to be. Love is a force of life that brings us into divine consciousness. It's all accepting and it's life-giving. It brings us into unity and harmony. It brings us into oneness. So across the globe, I see bright lights beginning to shine. And I see each light growing and expanding until their light merges into the next light and the next and the next. And I see that each of us are holding our place now in this circle of light. As we begin to shine more fully, those around us begin to amplify their own frequency. And their comfort with light, their comfort with love begins to deepen. As each person comes into their own state of self-acceptance, so all of the resistance and all of the shielding, all of the defense will melt away. I ask each Earth Guardian at this point, time and space, and throughout each realm of divine being, to unite together to support humanity. Whisper to us that it is time to awaken. It is time to be free. It is time to love each other. It is time to love ourselves. It is time to love the privilege, the gift of being alive, being present in this moment. And I welcome all the support, all the blessings, and all the love that continue to unite us together as one. Remember, dear ones, I am you, and you are me. We walk this sacred path together, stepping into greater fullness, greater joy, greater bliss, greater ecstasy. Together, within and throughout, we awaken the divine presence in the here and now. Many blessings, sweet brothers and sisters. You are loved.